This is Lola. She's very sweet. We got drama in this bitch. This is one of the more harder videos that I've had to make. I did a lot of research to make sure that I got the story right. There was a lot that went down, and we're going to be going over all of that today. So before we get into the drama, I just want to make sure that you know all the names and companies that are involved in this, so when I start saying people's names or certain companies, you're not confused. Swarm, streamer. Pixel, streamer. Horizon Onward, a Twitch stream team focusing on gaming events and charity fundraising. They've been a team since December 9th, 2022. They've raised almost $47K in total, and they have 34 team members. So Pixel did a stream with Swarm for charity. Twitter was not happy about this because of all the racist shit that Swarm said in the past, and this was Pixel's response to the backlash. I messed up. It has been brought to my attention that numerous people of color are upset with my most recent charity stream with Swarm. I opted to do a charity stream with him because I thought that since I have a huge experience with charity and because I am an active ally for many underrepresented groups including people of color, that I could help him do some good with his platform. It was never my intention to forgive him on behalf of any community affected by what he said or done in the past. I understand that since I'm white, I have no say in that matter. However, with me doing a stream with him, it has given the impression that I condone his actions, which I do not. I was so set on thinking that this charity collaboration would be such a great way for him to do something good with his platform that I neglected to think about how this would affect my people of color peers and community. I am so sorry for betraying your trust. I am so sorry for making you feel unsafe. I am so sorry for my ignorance and lack of judgment. I never intended for this collaboration to make any people of color feel unsafe with me, but that is me coming from a place of privilege and ignorance. For my people of color friends, peers, and community members, please hear my apology and know that I want to listen and learn on how to be a better ally. I cannot undo what's been done, but I want to know how to improve and to mature and grow. I don't expect anyone's forgiveness, but I hope that you can use this as a teaching moment for me so I can learn from my mistakes. For a start, I have removed Swarm from my spaces, and even though it may be a case of too little too late, I want you to know I'm going to do my best to listen to your criticism and learn from it. There will always be consequences to our actions. With that being said, I am stepping down as one of the two founders of Horizon Onward. I have shown that I do not uphold the values required to bear that title. I am so sorry for any team members, past or present, who felt unsafe with me being there. I will continue to cheer them all on as they show what true values and morals look like and hope to learn by their example. Knowing that this is Twitter that we're talking about, you can imagine some of the replies. I would avoid labeling yourself as an active ally for any marginalized group. You don't assign yourself that role, label, or title. It's not self-prescribed. It's up to people of color if you're an ally or not. Your actions are far louder than words, and this ain't it, sadly. This is the longest "I'm sorry if you got offended." Mass apologies to select races are weak and inherently bigoted. It's disingenuous. You're disgusting and you should be ashamed. As a woman, you should know better. It's horrible to see you ruin your career for a quick buck and fuck. Get people of color friends in your close circle and know you are just human too, but you can't let your privilege blind your morals and the image you have created. Brother Darkness. Bro, shut the fuck up. I'm a philosopher, head ass, quoting yourself at the bottom thinking you're saying something. What? The one thing, when we get bigger, we take unnecessary risk. You will survive it, and I'm sure it will be okay. But now you will always have to walk on eggshells, and now you have a mark that will follow you for a while. Very dramatic, very performative. Twitter is not a place that's known for forgiveness and second chances, and personally, I'm not a fan of kicking people while they're down, especially if they've owned up to their mistake and they're apologizing for it. On Twitter, if you make a mistake, how dare you? If you apologize for that mistake, how dare you make that mistake to begin with? Horizon Onward tweeted, Horizon Onward as a whole has been discussing the actions and impact that have taken place with our co-founder over the past week. After communication throughout the whole team on the best course of action, our co-founder has decided to step down from their position as we agreed that our member values have not been upheld. Our silence up until now was not ignoring actions needing taken, rather giving us time to responsibly make decisions and hearing everyone's voices. So apparently certain tweets were deleted and I wasn't able to get everything, but from certain responses that I was able to find, it seems that Horizon Onward saw that Pixel took accountability and apologized for what happened, and because of that, they took her back in. But other members of Horizon Onward were not happy that they took her back in. It could be because they just don't like that they quickly took her back after saying that they don't uphold those values, or because they were upset with Pixel. Could be either or maybe both. I'm not entirely sure, but this is what ended up happening. So after Pixel was brought back in, everybody started leaving. They were not happy with that decision from Onward Horizon. Bro, so many people left that company that even I've decided to leave the company, and I'm not even part of it. What silence? You guys have already booted her because you walked it back. Leaders and members started leaving, and now for damage control, Pixel is back out. This whole situation is disappointing as hell. This Horizon Onward stuff is insane. Like, oh wow. I think this situation was the biggest example of when you try to please everybody, you'll end up pleasing nobody. Like the way they said they are removing her, saw the, actually she took accountability, you guys are morons, this is so wrong, replies, walked their decision back immediately and ended up pissing everyone off is wow. Same with Pixel, who thought she was going to be good with everybody by still streaming with Swarm and then apologizing and ended up pissing everyone off. After more than half of Onward Horizon deciding to leave the group, the founder of the group has decided to completely disband the group, and Onward Horizon is no more. And there you have it. Everyone is pissed off with Onward Horizon for bringing back Pixel even though they got rid of her originally, which caused everybody to leave the group, which ended in the group completely shutting down. Pixel is dealing with a shit ton of backlash for playing with Swarm, and now Pixel has to deal with all of the harassment that she's receiving for her innocent mistake. That would be the end of the video if I didn't have a little bit more to show you. So you were told prior by people of color that Swarm was like this and you did the charity stream with him anyway? I just want to get a better understanding of this. Nah, you were repeatedly warned and chose to do it anyway. Save it and take the heat. I've been seeing a lot of tweets similar to this, and there was one in particular that I thought was interesting. You make it sound like it was a one-off bad decision to do a collab with this guy, knowing his history, but a peek through his Twitter replies shows you've been quite friendly for months, including after those tweets came to light, and he defended and minimalized his abuser friend. You didn't just make a one-off bad decision, you've been looking the other way about this piece of shit for months. For someone who does a great job of talking the talk when it comes to social justice and equality, you sure did a shit job of walking the walk here, and acted like a hypocrite. I checked out Swarm's Twitter just to make sure if this were true, and sure enough, she's in there. She's in a lot of posts, and they do seem buddy-buddy. This kind of changes things a little bit. Instead of it seeming like Pixel's trying to do something nice with Swarm's community to do some sort of charity, it seems more like Pixel's just trying to look out for a friend, which could explain why people are really pissed off. Apparently there were some people in Team Horizon who were also there during the live event with Swarm and didn't have anything bad to say until there was backlash, although I can't confirm this. I'm mostly just going off of what this person is saying. And from what it sounds like, not everybody who was part of the team knew exactly what was going on, and it really seems like Pixel was just hiding everything until the last minute. But again, I don't know for sure. This isn't like 100%. Now we know that Twitter has a proclivity of freaking the out over anything and dragging as many people as they possibly can into their shit show. Even Volpixia, who's not even a Horizon Onward member, was called out for not saying anything about the situation. She's also not even friends with Swarm, so I don't even understand what was the point of this. This is a frustration that I have with Twitter. Is this a moment where Twitter is reasonably upset about something, or is this a moment where Twitter is just being Twitter? Anyways, after everything settled down, Swarm went live and started talking about how he felt bad about the backlash that Pixel received. And this is what someone had to say about it. Doesn't sit right with me that the actual racist gets to ignore Twitter, go live and talk about how we're all sheep and bullshitters for calling him a racist, and mad someone we trusted working with him. Another unscathed white man in the creation space. Just a quick side note, I absolutely fucking hate self-hating white saviors that shit on other white people. It is so cringe. These are the same people that are like, as a white person, we suck. Am I right, fellow minorities? It's so fucking corny and it's so fucking cringe. These are the same people that want to make a world a better place. I promise you, with this discourse and this hate, you are not making the world a better place. And just because it's directed at white people doesn't make it okay. It's fucking corny and cringe. Pixel gets to sit in her accountability. No questions for that. But where's his? This is twice now he has just ignored the backlash for a period of time and continued on with his life. Actual fucking vile human. Alright, fucking anime antagonist, calm down. We need to be loud about not allowing these people in our spaces, and we need to do it from the start so this shit doesn't continue to happen. I didn't make a post about Swarm months back because I'm such a small creator. Who is even listening? Fuck that, you're gonna hear me. It shouldn't fall on the shoulders of black creators who have been harmed by these people to be loud about deplatforming racists. This is on us, because we continue to allow it in our spaces, continue to excuse the behavior, allow them to dodge accountability. This is on us white people. We have to save them. I fucking hate white saviors so much. First of all, what accountability should he take? He was already canceled for what he did. I mean, let's think about it. Horizon Onward fucked up by bringing back Pixel when they got rid of her, and now everybody left. The community no longer exists. But Swarm? What is he gonna get canceled for? He's gonna get canceled for the same thing again? You're getting canceled twice for the same thing, even though you haven't been in any sort of drama since then? Like, well, what accountability is he being held to? He already fucked up. Twitter holds themselves at an insanely high accountability. I just don't understand why you think that Swarm is just gonna disappear after this. Like, of course he's gonna keep doing what he's doing. He doesn't have a Twitter-like community that cares about that kind of shit. The only people that are getting hurt are those that are associated with him and people who are associated with the person that are associating with him. It's just, how I don't understand. And just to put it out there, because I know I have to clarify this because some people are gonna accuse me of it. I'm not a Swarm fan. I'm not defending Swarm. I'm not racist. How could I be racist if I have a black dog on my bed? Bet you didn't think of that. In conclusion, the whole situation is absolutely fucked. I think both parties messed up. Pixel messed up by keeping Swarm hidden for a long time and being buddy-buddy with him and trying to bring him into the charity area. That wasn't going to happen. That absolutely wasn't going to go through. I'm so surprised that she even thought that that would even work. And it also falls on Twitter for completely overreacting and allowing Horizon Onward to completely shut down. That was absolutely not worth it. They could have worked that out instead of completely removing a whole fucking charity scene. They raised over 47K. Like, just to have a place like that with good people, with good intentions, to have all of that removed because of one person's racist remarks, it's just fucked up and totally unnecessary. Like, I genuinely believe that they could have worked past this instead of just completely shutting down. But, you know, Twitter. Do you realize the message you're sending? Swarm did an awful thing, but that doesn't mean he shouldn't be allowed to do good things. What's helping? People the money Pixel and Swarm raised for the charity, or your hate? The whole situation is really unfortunate, and I'd like to end this video with a couple tweets. Not gonna lie, the whole Pixel and Swarm situation doesn't sit right with me, only because it feels like Horizon Onward people and Pixel received way more backlash and lost more than the actual person saying slurs and being a bigot. Someone actually said, "Who's bearing the weight of Swarm's words? Because it isn't him, and I haven't stopped thinking about it." This is the tweet. The plot was lost.